Hi,
Hi,
it's Jen
and Mel.
from Teacher Lunch.
And we are on episode number 30 of our
Wow,
podcast.
congratulations.
We
Happy
stuck through it.
birthday.
We stuck through
we,
it. We didn't
we
quit.
didn't quit. We quit a lot of
We quit
things.
everything.
We say we're going to start it, we're going to do it, and then we stop.
Bright idea number 374, stuck.
The stuck, we just keep going and going and going. And even our TikTok right now, it's like stuck, and we're trying to like analyze it, but honestly, I don't know. We don't want to stop.
No, we like it anyway.
We like it. So we
Doesn't
just keep going
Doesn't
with it.
matter what they say.
So I had to go before we start. I had to go to a like overnight with my husband.
Yeah, I have to hear about this. You came home in a flash.
It's amazing how some people can drink and others can't. Some people can really drink like 2 bottles of wine and still stand and get up the next day and go do something.
No way.
I would A, be naked after like the 3rd glass,
Okay.
and then B, the next day I would be out for like 2 days.
Yeah, I could never.
I can't do it.
No.
And I envy it sometimes. Like, God bless you. God, that's great. I can't do it.
Were they fun people, though?
Lovely, lovely, fun. We got back, and I went in my room to go to sleep, and they were blasting music, and the woman came in my room and was like jumping on the bed. She was hysterical, so I had to get up, and I'm like, God bless you. I'm like, honey, I'm done. I have to go to bed.
Were you staying at their house or were you in a
No,
hotel?
they got a huge suite at the Ocean House in Watch Hill, Rhode Island.
Mm.
It was gorgeous, old money. Like
Mm.
this money that people go here, it's like old.
Oh.
Yeah, like I totally stood out like a sore thumb in there. But he got a huge suite, 2-bedroom suite, which was beyond gorgeous. So it was lovely that they invited us. It really is, and I do enjoy their company. But people can drink.
And you left at the crack of darn dawn.
You know what? When it's time to go,
It's time to
I don't
go.
linger. I'm like, let's go. Get up, Scotty B. We're out. And I was home by 9:30.
And did you even have coffee with them or they were
No,
sleeping?
they wanted to do a jazz brunch at 12:15
What?
to sleep off any hangover.
No, thank you.
I would have died. So I came home, and I'm happy with my decision.
Yes. Now you can have your corned beef.
All right, Mel, what's our question today?
I was just thinking, like, we always do the 4 and 4 things.
Yep.
And I was thinking the 4 ways that we parented our kids, because I think we each have 4 kids and I think we
Yep.
parented them all 4 differently. I really do. I was thinking about it.
Yes. Okay.
Even though we're the same family, the
Right.
morals, the values, everything's the same. As
We're
a
the same.
mother, I was different.
Mm-hmm. All right, so let's start with our first. So my first is 27, and he's a boy.
My
And-
first is 24 and he's a boy.
Okay, so how did you parent?
I was a
Matthew.
neurotic mess.
Okay.
I was nuts. I was worried. I was scared. I
Checked if he was breathing all the time?
licked my finger, stuck it under his nostrils every
Okay.
minute. I was watching him. Nobody could touch him. Nobody could do
Really? You
anything.
didn't let anybody hold him?
No, I hated germs. I was nuts.
Okay.
I really think I had some sort of postpartum anxiety.
Huh. So that was how you were with him. Like, so when mine was born, I had what is that called? The depression.
Postpartum depression.
Postpartum depression for 2 weeks. So when I came home with him, I pretended I didn't have a baby.
Yeah, you handed him to me.
I handed him to everybody. My mother had to stay, like handed him to everybody. And I think it was like probably 2 weeks in that I was like, all right. First of all, I thought I was having a girl.
Yeah, and you didn't find out.
No, I thought I was having a girl. I bought girl clothes. I had a boy, and I was like, wait, I was young.
Yeah.
I didn't realize I can have boys. Like literally, that's how young and stupid, right? And I had him, and I was just depressed. I just was like, and it wasn't depressed where I stayed in bed all day. It was more like, I'm going to get my nails done. I'm going to do that. I'm pretending I never had a baby. And it was weird.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was weird. And, but 2 weeks, it was literally like 2 weeks that I was like, okay. And then, I wasn't neurotic though.
Oh my God.
I wasn't neurotic. And how about as, so that's newborn, but I'm curious, like when he was like 14, 15, how you parented him to when we were talking about the others.
Oh, okay. So the oldest one, I was so on the ball. I was involved in everything. I knew the girls in his classes' names. I knew the boys. I knew everybody. The mothers, we were always together. We're on every sporting field together.
Were you working?
Yeah, I worked part-time
Okay.
when he was
In Harrington
young.
Park?
Yeah.
Oh, where were you? Part-time?
D&T. with Joan Dever. I shared it.
Oh, but I was G&T. So I left.
You left. We overlapped
Oh
only
my
when you called
God.
me to come back to work that time.
So we started together,
We
then I
started
left with the
together, then you
boys.
left, and I was
I was
still
G and
there.
T, and so I left G&T. I remember Joan taking it. I don't
It was
remember
me
you
and
doing
her.
the
We
other.
both
That's
took it. We both
hysterical.
had the babies, and we wanted to come back part time.
That's
So we
hysterical.
shared G&T.
Okay.
That was like around 9/11 time.
Okay.
And you were home,
Okay.
and then you came back, and I
As a
left.
librarian. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I definitely raised my older son very differently than my others as a for him as a teenager. And I don't know, I I I definitely was in his business 24/7. Like to the point where I remember phones and iPads were connected because like it was all just new, the iPads and stuff. So like I could see all his texts and it would make me crazy. Think about how kids talk,
Yeah, too much
right?
information.
It was actually overload and I
Mm-hmm.
was getting mad all the time because I was like, why are you cursing?
Mm.
Why are you looking to who can buy beer? Like, oh my God, like freaking out over everything. And like it wasn't good because comparing to my fourth,
Yeah, I don't
I,
even know what he's
I don't
doing.
even know I don't even know what he's doing. Like
No idea.
he wants to go out. I mean he doesn't really, but like if he did, I'd say yes. Like go ahead, but with my older one, I would like drive him. I would find out who the mother is. And if there was like any like monkey business going on, I'd call the mother.
Yeah, and I remember even with my oldest asking people when they had a play date, like, "Do you have a gun in the house?" Like,
Oh my
why
God.
would I even
Yeah.
ask that?
Yeah.
And is it locked? And why would I even ask that question?
Ah, I don't
Because I
know.
was nuts.
You're
Because in my
nuts.
mind, he was going to get. You don't even know. I made up these scenarios and I believed them, so I had to try to thwart it. I'm crazy.
How about the second one? How about Chris?
Second one, he just went with the flow. He was easy for me. He was so
But were
easy.
you easy on him?
I was easy on him because he was easy for me. I
Okay.
had already been through it, so I
Yeah.
had experience. So I felt like, all right, I got this. And he
Yeah.
was so for me easy, like learning issues and stuff like that. I had to advocate for him a lot in school, and I did, and I spoke up and I got him what he needed, and I was happy about that. But as far
Okay.
as like when he was little, easy. Teenage, forget it.
Okay.
That's a whole nother story.
Whole other story. My second, when he was born, he I didn't breastfeed, and he latched onto my boob like it was his business, and I was like, get him off my boob, get him. I didn't want to breastfeed, but I found out it was a boy because my doctor knew what I had gone through the first time. She's like, you need to find out what you're having, and I knew it was a boy, and it was like love at first sight. Like he was a happy baby, happy go lucky, easy as shit. Like he just was so easy. And as a teenager, he was he he definitely got in trouble, but in a quiet way. So like I didn't really know.
Mm,
You know what I mean? Like when the older one would come home drunk, the entire world had to know he was drunk.
mm,
Right? He made a
mm-hmm.
scene downstairs.
Scene.
The second guy would just kind of stumble in his room and go to bed. So I would never know. So it was quiet. So I never like had these all like fights with him because he was quiet about it. And I would say to the big one, just be quiet when you come in. I won't even know.
Yeah, I
If
know. They're
you
so
just shut up, they're
stupid.
so dumb. You start cooking.
Yeah.
One time he left the pizza in the oven, like he had it on broil, and we're up here sleeping and we smell
Smell
it.
it.
We're like, what is that? We go down, there's burnt pizza, and they're like, dude, just go to bed.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
no.
Ryan's a cat. He just kind of,
Sneaks in.
sneaks in, goes to bed. And, listen, no judge. Like he would even throw up sometimes. He would throw up in his bed. And I wouldn't know because he'd get up in the morning, he'd wash the sheets, he'd put
Mhm.
it back on. It wasn't until like, I don't know, I would smell something or he left a little
Or they tell
trail.
you like a few years
Yeah.
later,
I'd
like
be
the
like,
time
what
I
the
did
hell?
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't. But the older one, if he was going to throw up, he'd like run through the whole house throwing up.
Right.
Yeah. So I parented both of them very differently when it was the teenage age.
And then what about a girl? Then we had our
Then we had our
girls.
girls. Oh, she was easy. She wasn't a drama girl. I didn't have any drama with her. It was a weird group. She had a great group of friends, and there was no drama with it.
You're lucky.
I really was like, because I hear it and
It
we
is
see it.
terrible.
It's
It's
terrible,
terrible.
terrible. And I'm not going to say it was perfect. Don't get me wrong, but it was nothing like what I hear about.
Yeah. I didn't have a lot of the drama stuff either, but I had like other tricky
But
incidents.
she's still in high school.
She's a little tricky.
Yeah.
But as a baby, she had colic, so she would
Oh God.
scream and scream. She wouldn't be in the
Oh my
car. She
God.
couldn't be anywhere. All she had to do was breastfeed
Oh
24/7.
my. How long did you breastfeed?
I breastfed her for 16 months.
Wow. Are you kidding
Because
me?
she didn't
Was she
stop
walking next to
crying.
you,
She
reaching
was,
for your boob?
yes, she didn't stop
Oh
crying. I
my
couldn't stop
God.
her from crying even after she gets she spoke really early and she was like very articulate and she would say these things and then she'd just start crying.
Oh my
She was
God.
very, very, very colicky.
Wow. Yeah, I did not breastfeed any of them. Um, she wasn't colicky. I think my biggest thing with these kids that I had that was the hardest is putting them to bed. We'd have to lay like on the floor until they fell asleep or lay in their bed till they fell asleep. And then you have to
Yeah.
sneak out.
I remember feeling like that would never end.
Oh,
It was the
it was so
worst.
because like if you fell asleep, it
I
was
just stayed.
you
I
just
just stayed
stayed or
there.
you stumbled out of there and your night was over because you had fallen asleep and
It
you were
was
like
awful. That was
awful.
awful. If young parents are listening, it goes away. But the other thing is, once they start sleeping through the night, you get a couple of years where it's good, and then they
Yeah,
start being
then
teenagers, and then they're up again all
yep.
night, and
And
you're
their
still
phone
up.
rings.
Like last night, I fell asleep. I had to pick her up at twelve
Oh
thirty.
my God.
I was like in such a nice deep sleep, and I'm like, darn.
Oh my
I
God.
jumped up. I'm like, oh my god, she's not even home. And then she's calling me. Could you pick me up? Yes, of course I'll pick you up.
That phone call at night is dreadful. Like I
Uh,
had the police call here probably like twice or three times. I've had the police come to my house like twice. So like,
the worst is when they come to your house and you don't have a bra on and they have a body cam and they're
oh,
looking at me swinging around with
it
my
is
little pointy
the
things coming out.
worst thing ever.
Ever.
Ever. Like I didn't have that with any of them but the first and I still have post traumatic is that
Yeah, post
traumatic
traumatic
syndrome
stress disorder.
because if I see a car go down my block at like midnight, I like jump up
You
and run to
jump.
say, uh-huh, uh-huh,
Oh,
yep.
cops.
Oh, and I remember thinking, I can't wait for them to sleep through the night. And then that stage happened, and I was like, go back to
I
crying
know.
at
Go
night.
back to crying at night
I'll
or
take
rubbing my
it.
arm to go to sleep. Like Victoria always had to rub my arm
Oh,
to go to sleep. So I had to hold it up and then she would have to rub the back of it. And if my mother put her to sleep, my mother's arm was too fluffy.
oh my
And if
God.
the babysitter's arm had
Yeah.
put her to sleep, the babysitter's arm was too bony and mine was just right. So she'd say, Mima's is too fluffy, Aaron's is too bony, yours is just right. And
Oh
then I
my
have
God.
to take it
Hold.
and I'd have to do it and lay there until she
How
fell
about
asleep.
Val's? She didn't like Val's
No,
arm?
he never put any, he did not do anything.
Really? Did he do nothing?
Nothing.
Oh my God.
Nothing.
Scott did
Everybody loves
everything.
Fred. Nothing. Fred does a lot now, but did
Oh
not
my
do it
God.
when the kids were growing
It
up.
was like we took turns. So it was like if I got up or he got up, right? So it was my turn, his turn, and it would get to the point I'd be like, no, it's your turn. He's like, no, it's not. I just got up. I'm like, it's your turn. I'm not getting up. I am not moving from this bed. I am not. And I would like lay there like a dead fish. Like I'm not moving. So he would have to get up. And he went to work. And for a time
Yeah.
I didn't. But he was definitely the more nurturing one. That like if the kids threw up at night, he did it.
No, I did everything. I don't even think he got up to feed them at night. Like not
What?
even one. I can't even
I would have
remember
just plopped the baby on his
once.
chest with the
Can't remember
formula or put
once.
your boob in his face that
No,
you could
I
sleep
can't
even when the
remember once. My mother, she helped me.
yeah, right. If we didn't
Oh
have our
my God, my
mothers.
mother stayed. I remember 3 weeks with my
Oh,
first one. And then when she was going home, I was crying hysterically. Please don't leave me. I can't do this
I
by
remember your
myself.
mother always over your
My mother
house.
was at my house all the time. She was my husband.
I do. I remember her downstairs doing laundry. I don't know why.
Always doing
Uh huh.
laundry.
Yeah, I always say that. I had four because my mother raised my kids, so it was easy
It
for me
was
to have a
easy.
fourth,
Yeah.
right? You just assumed your mom was going to do it all,
Do you think you're going to do that when you have grandchildren? Are you going to be that kind of mother?
I do. I definitely want to. Listen, I still am in it because I have a 15-year-old. So, like, if my son got married, he's 27 and had a baby, I'd be so excited. But I don't know if I would stay home or not go on vacation to babysit because I'm still doing that in some ways, right? I'm still have to be home because I'm a 15-year-old.
Yeah.
So I don't think my mother stayed with my kids when I went away. She was good. She did like 2 or 3 days because she worked.
Yeah.
I probably would do that. Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I
I
have
don't have
boys
any
though.
desire. I have no desire to do that.
You're not ready.
No, I can't think of anything worse right now.
Oh my God,
Honest to
so
God.
funny.
I think as we deal with kids all
All
day
day.
long.
Well, that was like I was saying, like I put up this TikTok. I was at the Four Seasons and there was double strollers everywhere. And I was like, "Oh my God, like everywhere I would hate myself if I had to bring these double strollers because I did it."
I did, but I also think when we were younger, we didn't go to the Four Seasons with strollers.
No,
No, we
we
did
didn't.
not.
But they were and that was like my thing. Like I took it down because it was going crazy and I was on vacation and I didn't really want to deal with that. Like I know that sounds weird, but I didn't feel like dealing with like, good and bad um while I was away. But some of the comments were more like, "Oh, but you're a teacher. You're
Teacher, and you
supposed
should
to love
love kids,
kids."
and you do love kids. It's
Yeah.
not that, but when you're on vacation and you weren't really, when I watched your video, I didn't think you were saying anything like that. I think what you meant was like, thank God it's not me bringing strollers to the
Yes.
Four Seasons.
Yeah. I was like,
I
"Oh my
want to
God."
just relax and have my
Yeah.
drink, and I don't want to
That's
be
it.
pushing
And
strollers
they were everywhere.
and changing diapers.
Yeah. But like it's crazy. I think people have this concept that if you're a teacher, you're supposed to want to be surrounded by children 24/7. No. I love kids. I love my job, but listen, could I go to an all adult resort? Of course. But I wasn't. I was away with my family and I was just in shock. I think of how many little kids were running around this beautiful resort that is so expensive.
Yeah, that's what we're
It was
thinking. It wasn't
shocking.
like we were judging you. We were
No.
just kind of thinking like, I we didn't do it.
We just did, I couldn't do
We
it.
couldn't afford to
Couldn't
do it.
afford to do it. So it was like, God bless. But guess what? If I'm going to go to a nice place like that, I'm not bringing a double stroller. I'll go somewhere else. I'll go to the Marriott and bring my
Yeah,
double
and bring a
stroller,
double stroller.
but not there. And in some ways, it's not fair to people who have paid all that money because it was like kids were running everywhere, like
Well, yeah, that's
running
another thing.
amok.
That's a whole parenting thing. Like,
Yeah,
speaking of parenting, like I was over parenting my kids. I would never let them make a move or a muscle if we were
right.
in a restaurant or anything.
Running.
And now it's a different, mentality of parenting, right? It's like
Yes.
this, what is it called?
Gentle
Gentle
parenting.
parenting. So people, like, even if we talked about this on another podcast about the breweries and the people
Oh,
bringing their
yes,
kids
that's
to
right.
that. Like it's
Yeah.
just a different parenting style.
It is, and I mean, we see it obviously in the classroom, right? Like, I mean, listen, there's old school parents, and there's this gentle parent, and you can see the difference in the kids.
Yes, you can.
That's it.
You
I
definitely can.
like my son. Did I tell you that how he got in trouble? He got in trouble, so he was silly in Spanish class in high school, and I got a thing that he had detention. And sure enough, I text him, "Are you kidding me?" And of course, it wasn't his fault.
Of course not.
And I was like, what? So I emailed the teacher. I said, I am so sorry for his behavior. You keep him as long as you need to, and I will speak to him. And she sent me back an email. I felt so bad. She was like, I thank you so much for understanding. And then she's trying to explain that. And I wrote back, don't explain your detention. The kid was talking in your class while you're teaching. He stays after school.
Yeah.
That's it. Because she was trying to say it's not the first time. Like, I love him. He's this.
No.
And Aiden was arguing with me. Aiden, did you talk? Were you laughing at a joke someone said while she's teaching? Yes. Well, then you have detention. Whereas sometimes the parent will stick up for the kid.
They don't even investigate.
They don't even ask questions.
No.
And they run in there and how dare we
Yeah,
not
don't
even
be
think,
that parent. If
don't
you're
be that
listening,
parent.
always investigate.
Ask the questions because
Ask the questions. There's always two sides to the
Yes.
story. The teacher's not evil. They're trying to teach. You got to
Yep.
remember the other kids in the class too.
Yep.
It's not fair to those nice,
Yep.
quiet kids that are never getting any attention because there's
Exactly.
so many that are getting all of this attention.
Right.
There's inequity there.
And you will know, and you would know when you have to go and say to the teacher enough. Like,
Oh yeah, there have been
right?
times. Yes, nobody's perfect.
We know it. You feel it. Like I remember in high school and having to go in to the high school because my older son, he was obviously a troublemaker, but he didn't like to be touched. He just had a touching thing. He didn't like it. And this one teacher, language teacher, would always touch his head when she walked by, and he got very uncomfortable with that. And sometimes his uncomfortableness, he would be mean, right? He would like act out a little bit, and that's not right. Don't get me wrong, but he would say, "Please, like, can you not touch me?" She kept doing it, so I emailed. She kept doing it, so I had to have a meeting, and it was me, my son, the guidance counselor, and the teacher, and I said, "I am sorry, but I have asked you to stop touching my son's head, and you just don't." And she's like, "Yes, but sometimes he talks back." I'm like, "But now let's look at this. He's obviously uncomfortable with you because you won't stop touching my kid." So then at this point, they excuse Austin because he has to go to class, and it's me and the guidance counselor and her. And she just wouldn't back down on it. And I'm like, "Listen, you're probably a lovely teacher, but you're not a good teacher for my son. So then if you're not going to stop this behavior, I need to pull him from your class because he can't learn in your class now. He has shut down. You have lost him. He is not going to, he's done." So we removed him from the class. We put him in a new class. She retired that year.
She did.
I was like, ooh, Did I push her over the edge?
Touchy.
She didn't stop touching him. Like, are you kidding me?
If somebody asks you not to touch, you don't touch.
First of all, you don't touch. Okay,
Well, I mean, we have little kids. They hug me. They
they
come
hug
into
us,
me.
but
I
you got to
think
be
I do touch
careful.
them. I know you do have to be
You have to be
careful.
careful because a parent can come in and be like, well, you don't know.
It's true, and you got to really be respectful of the kids' boundaries, right?
100%. And like, there's a lot of kids with anxiety, and you better pick up on it because if so like in my class, I know the kids who have anxiety. So if I have a question, I don't just call on them because I know it'll make them nervous. So I'll say, listen, I have another question coming up. It's number 2. I'm going to call on you. So be ready. So they get themselves ready and then they're ready to answer it. But this teacher never did that for him.
No. Yeah. Well, that's just not good teaching, right?
Horrible.
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 I
But
don't know.
but I don't know. I raised him like that. But for Aiden, I'm not going to go into that teacher and say anything to her.
No.
I'm like, he deserves it. Keep him. How many days do you need him? More than one?
Right.
Take him.
So that's what I'm saying. Do you think it's different
It's our age.
expectations for different kids?
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, don't they say there's a birth order? Like the first one is this and the second one is that. Like the first one's supposed to be like nervous. The second one's like outgoing and crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know about third and fourth. Oh, that the third is the baby. And then if you have 3, the third's the baby and the middle child's the forgotten child.
And they say the fourth is the mascot of the family.
Okay. What does that mean?
Like
they get them
like
going.
Everybody loves the
Yes.
fourth one.
And
like
they do.
They're the mascot. Like they could do
Yes.
no wrong. Or I mean, they pick on them and stuff,
Right.
but they're like, yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree too.
I definitely think my family would be very different if we didn't have Aiden, and it wouldn't be good.
I agree.
Yeah.
Luke is like, yeah.
Yeah. They just know what they're doing. They know how they're doing it. And I don't even know what they're doing, but they have this magic that keeps our family together and happy.
Which might not be fair to them. They're probably going to go to therapy
I know,
for it.
Forever.
But yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's that.
I think that's that. I think that's really all we got on
I think that's all we got on parenting.
Parenting.
Let us know what you think, though.
Yeah,
I don't know.
comment.
How could we comment? Could people comment?
Yeah, we want to know.
And follow us on TikTok and Insta.
Yes. I think that's all we got.
I think that's all we got.
All right, bye.